Hello, this is Joshua, Bridget, and Sandra explaining why reducing the legal blood alcohol concentration limit from 0.08 to 0.04 while driving should be the change in public policy this year. First, let's discuss the risks associated with driving while impaired. An intoxicated driver poses a risk not only to themselves, but to the other cars on the road, passengers, and infrastructure. The crashes they cause could result in deaths, serious injuries, or a lawsuit that come with lasting consequences. What drivers do not realize is that even after a drink or two, they are impaired and not functioning at their highest cognitive capabilities. According to the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration, every 2 minutes a person is injured in a drunk driving crash. Therefore, this year, the public policy change should be to reduce the legal blood alcohol concentration limit to 0.08 to 0.04 while driving to protect people from drunk drivers and reduce the damages due to drunk driving. Those opposed to choosing to lower the legal blood alcohol concentration may claim that this reduction would not prevent individuals from drunk driving, arguing that those who intend to drive drunk will do so even with a lower limit. Additionally, this reduction would only affect those who are stopped by an officer and breathalyzed, while those drivers who are not caught would feel no impact. Furthermore, the lower limit would be more difficult to enforce with only a field sobriety test and no breathalyzer, since the physical nature of the test would not be as sensitive to individuals who are above the legal limit but below 0.08. Thus, it would be harder to enforce because it is less likely to notice someone is driving drunk if they are above the 0.04 limit versus the 0.08 limit. Finally, those opposed to choosing to lower the legal blood alcohol concentration may believe that a jury would be unlikely to convict someone with a BAC between 0.05 and 0.08 because this is the standard that most people are used to, and thus they might not think that the difference is significant enough to convict. When looking at the effects of this policy on other countries that have lowered the legal BAC to 0.04, the results were positive. For example, reducing the legal blood alcohol content level to 0.05 in Australia reduced the number of drunk driving fatalities by 13%, proving that this policy is effective in protecting individuals from the dangers of drunk driving. According to the Association of the Advancement of Automotive Medicine, the lower BAC limit also increased the number of drivers who reported that they would not drink 2 hours before driving, which would thus reduce the number of potential drunk drivers and accidents. With a lower BAC, the road will be safer but still allow some enjoyment from drinking. A 150-pound man could still consume up to 2 drinks over the course of an hour without violating a legal limit of 0.04. A legal limit of 0.04 will also allow authorities to act more strictly against drivers who fall below the current limit of 0.08 but still appear to be impaired. A driver is 11 times more likely to be involved in a single vehicle crash the legal limit of 0.08, while at the proposed new legal limit of 0.04, it is only 1.4 times more likely. The proposed new limit of 0.04 would not require any further enforcement costs as it does not involve additional man-hours, equipment, or resources. Lowering the legal BAC limit to 0.04 is more effective than any of the alternative arguments. Sobriety checkpoints can be avoided by drivers with prior knowledge of their locations. The checkpoints will also be likely to cause traffic congestion if placed on busy highways. A breathalyzer test being required to start a motorized vehicle will not entirely eliminate the problem of drinking and driving. Not only are breathalyzers costly to implement, but they also do not guarantee that the person will not drink while driving or have a sober individual start the vehicle for them, thereby bypassing the breathalyzer ignition lock. For these reasons, we believe our proposed lowering the legal BAC limit to 0.04 is the best and most effective option. Would you want this to be your parking spot?